Greetings, everyone. I'm so glad you tuned in today. This is my series called Ask Jewel. And I'm so honored today that a longtime follower, sister friend, dream team, sister sower, amazing woman, Felicia from North Carolina, said she had a question today. And so, even though we've been together for so long, Felicia, isn't it true that we just continue to grow? it,
Oh
it
my
just never
goodness.
stops.
It never stops. And I am so thankful.
Yeah.
It never stops. I am right now learning so much about what life has to offer as you grow up.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a lot on my plate. And
Okay.
that's why I wanted to talk to you, Queen, because I'm trying to navigate through. I have my grown children at home with me, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm still working, and I'm a grandmother, and I'm
Yes.
trying to figure out where to compartmentalize everything. And I can't forget about me. I really
Yes.
feel like everybody's taking priority over me. How do I
Mm-hmm.
get me back? Yeah.
Right. Right. And you're working a full-time job. I know that you're
Oh,
caring for a parent, and I know that you are single, and you want to really get that feminine energy ignited. You want to be able to live in your purpose. I see you online doing a lot of things. You love cooking, you love sharing health tips, and I understand that place of like, okay, I got so much going on, but how do I get focused? How do I get still and really get a good pace and a good focused direction? And that's what I'm hearing you say. And one of the
yeah.
things I love to do, Queen, yeah, guys, I call her Queen, uh, is I often at my retreats or different one-on-one sessions, I'll tell women that feel overwhelmed, and I hear that a lot. Get out a paper plate, and I say to them, write
Oh,
everything on that plate. And let's say for you, it would be grandmother, mother, career woman. So I
okay.
asked them to get out a plate and write down everything that's on their plate, because that is a very common cliche. I got a lot on my plate. And sometimes it's not a
Yeah.
plate, it's a platter. It's just so much. And I think as Black
Yes.
women, we want to be strong and we take on too much. Because, like, yeah, I'm strong, I can do it. But it wears on you physically, emotionally, and mentally, and even financially when you don't have
Yes.
the boundaries. If we're always
Yes.
giving time, giving money, if you're the mood manager in the home, sometimes I find that I do that myself. You try to make everybody happy, and then
Yes.
you come last. And so my
That's exactly.
exercise is to get out a paper plate and write down everything. And then I say,
Okay.
now, can you take one thing off the plate? Can you take one thing off the plate? And I find that a lot of women, they struggle like, oh, if I take that off, who's going to do it? And if I take that off, and it's like, you have to make yourself first. See, Queen, the
Yes.
first law of life is self-preservation. And
True.
men know that very well. But when you're wearing the hat of so many people, at some point you have to say, I'm drowning. I'm last. I feel invisible. I feel used. I feel insignificant. I feel like I'm not a priority. So where does it start? It starts with you, and it
And
takes courage. And I'm so glad that you've been participating, in my university on Sundays.
yes, I
You
look
come to the
forward to
retreat,
it.
and but it's like at each experience you get one nugget, then I need another nugget, then I need another nugget. So it's never done. We're never complete. Life is complex.
Oh,
So we take a deep breath, just like I saw you just take a deep breath. So if at some point I want you to get a paper plate, and I want you to write down
okay.
everything on there: the groceries, the dishes, the doctor's appointments, the babysitting, the caregiving, my job.
I
What is
forget
there
about that.
anything on
Wow.
there for you? What would you like to do? What would the little girl in you like to do?
That is the big question mark. I noticed that I spend so much time doing everything. I don't know what I really like.
Okay.
I really find myself trying to figure out who I am in the scheme of things because so much has been dumped on me. I'm trying to find me in the mix of everything.
Okay.
To peg
let's
out some
let's look
time
at the
for
let's look
myself.
at the words you said, dumped on you.
Mm,
Let's really take a reality pill. Things that you accepted to do. Take a deep
Yes,
breath.
ma'am.
Things we volunteer for a lot of things and we say, wait a minute, I didn't sign up for this. But on an
Right.
unconscious level, you said yes, 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 yes. And we want to be loved, we want to be accepted, we want to be the shiro. I get it. But now you're almost at a breaking point where you're saying, I don't want my health to be affected. Do you have any health issues like headaches, stomach
You
aches,
know,
anxiety?
right now it's at the point where I'm noticing just my hair. It seems like I'm having some thinning going
Okay,
on. I mean,
okay,
honestly,
okay.
and it's
That's
taking a toll on my sleep.
exact. I knew that was going to come up. Um,
Hmm.
these are very frequent symptoms that happen when we are stressed, when we are overwhelmed. And so I want you to realize that the mind and the body are connected. Whatever you're thinking is affecting your biology, it's affecting it.
Yeah.
And so it's like your body is saying, help, help, pay attention, pay attention. Even if you're not saying it, your body is saying, pay
Right.
attention. All right. So, first of all, realize that your mind and your body are connected. And whatever you're thinking,
Yes.
even what you're not even speaking, the body is storing it. So, this is
Right.
like the smoke alarm going off. And if you don't pay attention to the smoke alarm, what happens? The house burns down.
Oh, exactly. And I
Right.
don't have time for that.
No, have time for that. So, first of all, I want you to pat yourself on the back for just reaching out and saying, I need to ask. Even though you've been sitting at the feet of many mentors like myself, and you study and you read and you meditate and you pray, it's wonderful that you're still saying, I still need support. I still need to get some clarity. And that's what my coaching style is all about, kind of getting some clarity so that you can gain courage.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I appreciate you being here for that because I have been participating, and yet for me, I'm noticing just there's still more work to be
Mm-hmm.
done. We're never
Right.
done.
No.
We're never done working on ourselves.
And the
And I'm
fact
so
is that you're
thankful
in a
that you're
different.
here.
Yeah. And the reality is we go from season to season. I knew you when you were
Right.
a young mother. I was there when you birthed your son. So we have
Yes.
seasons when we're young and we're springy and we're just full of all this energy and hope and dreams. And then
Yes.
life kicks in and we have all these challenges. So you're in a new season. So you want to figure out, okay, where am I now? What do I need? Do I need financial security? Do I need more health? Do I need more space? Do I need to start saying no more? Do I need to start delegating? Now, this is big, Queenie,
Mm.
because of
Yes.
when everybody sees that you're doing everything, they're going to have to sit back and say, "Oh, she got it.
Mm.
She got
I'm
it."
setting myself up because that's what's happening.
Exactly. So you want to get the courage to start saying, "Look, I need your help. I need support," and
Yes.
delegate, and realize there will be some kickback because what happens, there's a thing that's called toxic giving. That when we
Mm.
give and serve and always show up for everybody, at first, like, oh, thank you. And you keep doing it, after a while, they start looking for it, like they're expecting it. Then after a
Mm-hmm.
while, they start depending upon it. And
Mm-hmm.
after they start depending upon it, they can become resentful when you say, I'm not doing that anymore. Because
I
it
had a
was,
little taste of that.
yeah, yeah,
Actually, dared to not fix dinner. The other
right.
day, my boys were like, "Excuse me."
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
"And for real." And I'm okay. Thank you for
yeah.
saying that because I
Oh,
felt some kind of way, but then I felt like, okay,
that's where the
I
courage comes in. It takes time to
right.
get that, build up that courage muscle because you've been
Mm-hmm.
doing it for so long. And let me tell you, I can relate. Uh, it's a habit, it's a pattern. It's like cut and paste yesterday and cut and paste it into today, and you do the same thing. And then cut and paste it, put it in tomorrow. That's what a
Right.
habit is. It's doing the same pattern.
Thing.
So you may want to start with small things like don't do the dishes, or who's cooking tonight, or whatever. I need you
Okay.
to take my mom or my dad or my aunt or whoever you're caregiving. I need you to take them to the doctor appointment. Oh, wait a minute, I'm going to get my nails done. See ya. You know,
Okay.
and maybe not come straight home from work. Do you come
Ooh,
straight home from work?
I do. I'm
You see,
guilty
I know. No, so it's
because I'm
about
trying to
break.
rush home to take care of everybody.
Exactly. You want to create. You want to. You want to create a new pattern.
Okay.
Okay. And another
That's
thing, you said my boys. They're not boys. What are they?
they're grown men. They're young men.
I know. I know.
That's so true.
You see, so language is very important because, and one thing I know as mothers, we love being mothers. But at some point, we have to step back.
Thank you for saying that because that's another thing that I'm dealing with. I can't help myself but want to keep doing what I'm used to doing as their mother because it's still in my face as well.
And no, it's not
But
in your face, it's in your biology.
yes,
You love being a nurturer.
I am a nurturer.
So we can go too far with it to the point that it is overwhelming, exhausting, and there comes some resentment like, why is everybody treating me like this? Because we set it up, we allowed it,
Mhm.
and we
Okay.
got joy out of it because every relationship is transactional. You were getting something out of taking everybody. It made you feel good. It feels
Yeah,
good.
it
Okay.
does.
But at some point, we have to say, I've got to really monitor this because it's getting out of control. And I'm feeling sad. I'm feeling mad. I'm feeling used. I'm feeling overwhelmed. There's no time for me. And so when you said, I
Right.
don't know who I am, it's because you don't have any breathing space.
So true. So
So even
true.
if you just, when you come home, you just sit in your car for 30 minutes and listen to some music or listen to Jewel Diamond Taylor's podcast or listen to some a meditation music or something that you identify with that nurtures you.
Yes.
You got to
Yes.
nurture you. Okay.
Yes,
Because there's some
ma'am.
responsibilities you have that you have to show up. It's got to get done, but you got to do something for yourself first.
That's the hard part.
Yeah. And another thing, when there's three generations in the home, and there's three
Hmm.
generations, right?
Right.
Three generations. What happens is that when the parent becomes more seasoned, health issues, sometimes you become the parent and they become the
Mhm.
child. And you have to start switching roles and saying, look, I got to make sure you take your medicine. I got to make sure you walk. I got to make sure you go to bed. And sometimes there's kickback because now the roles have been reversed. Now you
Right.
are in that role, and it can be very challenging. Like, where do I draw the line? The lines are very fuzzy because you want to
Yes.
respect.
Yes.
You want to give respect and
Exactly.
you want to receive respect, right?
Yes.
And so
Exactly.
it's like I want to respect them, but at the same time, I'm in charge, and I've got to make sure that their well-being, is intact. And then at the same time, I don't want to get mad. I don't want to holler. I don't want to get upset. But if I don't define the lines, then I
Right.
feel guilty. I feel overwhelmed. I feel sad. Am I hitting home?
Yes, Queen. I mean, you all on it. And thank you. Thank you. I tell you, you're touching everything and it makes so much. That's exactly where I sit.
Mm-hmm.
And when I'm trying to be encouraging, I don't want to be bossy. And yet it's like,
Right.
come, just
Yeah.
work with me.
Yeah. I know.
So, yes, I
Yeah.
do
That's the
feel
thing. You don't want to
everything
be
that you're saying.
bossy. But
Right.
if the bottom line is that you are the caregiver, if that's the bottom line, that's the
Right.
bottom line. And so you got to put on a different hat. So that's what exhausts a lot of us is that we don't know when to put on what hat and when to take off a hat. You
Right.
see,
And that's
and
where I
and
am.
and to accept the reality. There's certain realities
Hmm.
all of us have to accept and adapt to. And when
Right.
we are tired, it's because we're not adapting well. We're fighting it. We're resenting it. We're sad about it. We're wishing it was different instead of saying, this is my reality. Now, what am I going to do to best manage it? And the word manage
Mm.
comes from the word hands. So it's in
Oh,
your hands. If you are the one that is the breadwinner, if you are the one that makes sure things are taken care of, you got to learn how to manage it with your hands. You got to learn to, three things I'll close with. You either
okay.
do it, you delegate it, or you dump it. I'm not doing it.
Ooh, I love it. Do it,
Do it,
delegate, or dump it.
dump it. And do it with joy, do it
Yes.
well, do it with love, because you made it. I'm going to do it.
Yes. Yes.
Do it with wisdom, do it with faith, do it with joy, do
Yes.
it with gratitude. Or you say, I'm delegating. I'm not going to do everything. Look, come on now. Mm-mm,
Okay.
no. Or you
See.
dump it. It's not going to get done. I can't do that right now. You may want to start a business. You may want to travel. You may want to do something. And you say, well, I can't do that right now. It doesn't mean you never will be able to do it. But in order to manage things, your time, your money, your energy, you say, okay, this has to be dumped right now. I can't do this right now.
Mm, I love that. See, this is why I love you, Queen. That, I mean, seriously, I got my 3Ds, but that I
Yeah,
get it. And
yeah.
that helps me so much. And I got to get my plate.
Yeah.
I got to get
And
my
write
plate.
down on your plate. And then I want you
Yes.
at some point to text me or call me or email me and say, and show me your plate. Write
Yes.
down everything: grocery
Okay.
shopping, doctor's appointments, my job, babysitting, cooking, cleaning, whatever. Mood
Right.
manager. I'm the mood manager in the home. I'm the accountant. I pay the bills. Come on,
I am
somebody.
every woman.
Write
Okay.
all that down.
Yes.
And then I want you to let me know what you take off the plate.
Okay. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
And I want to thank you so much, Queen Felicia, for just saying yes. This is
Oh,
so wonderful. I just appreciate um, that you've placed so much trust in me. I appreciate your
yes.
support. I appreciate you being a woman on the grow. I appreciate you being on the dream team and always
Yes.
supporting everything that I post on social media. And I appreciate your vulnerability, because you don't know that you are speaking for a lot of people right now. You don't even
Mm.
know that there are people right now that want to come to Jewel Diamond Taylor, but they have shame. You don't know.
And I hear you.
And everything that we've discussed today is so common. It's so
Mm.
common. And so
A
I
lot
want
of
to
times I
thank
feel like
you
you're
for
alone.
just being open today with your
I thank
beautiful
you.
self
Oh
in
no,
North
Queen. I'm just
Carolina.
look, what do you tell us? I'm just a reflection of you.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Queen.
I thank you.
And you
Thank
know
you.
what?
Really
What
feel
I
your
would like
work.
to do is just tell me one takeaway, and then we're going to close for real.
You know, my takeaway is my do's and wait, my do, my delegate, or my dump.
Okay,
I'm gonna
cool.
do it, I'm gonna delegate, or I'm gonna dump it. Those are the main things that because I try to do everything.
Yes.
I have to learn to delegate. And I'm so glad you use that word. I don't delegate.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
And so I got to learn to delegate and dump.
Yeah. All right.
That's
That's
my
cool.
takeaway.
I love it.
Literally.
All
And
right.
my plate,
Yeah.
taking things off my plate that are out of my control or
Yes.
that
Out
I'm
of
not
your control.
responsible for.
There you go. There you go.
I got my plate
Wonderful.
assignment and my 3Ds. Thank you, Queen. Look, we were 3D today.
Yeah, that's right.
Three dimensional.
All
Okay.
right. Stay in the light.
Yes, Queen. Thank you. Bye bye.